Bombastic.
And this week, we're going to focus on the 2007 album from Dødheimsgard, Supervillain Outcast. This is a very cool reissue digipack 2 CD. Imagine being tasked with selecting an album for the music fan that has heard everything. Now, this is the person whose turntable stand is littered with impossibly rare Man is the Bastard splits, Sarcophago rehearsals, Velvet Underground acetates, and vintage t-shirts from the Kill 'Em All for One tour. Want to hold a pristine copy of the Beatles' Butcher album? There it is, sitting next to Varg's Mace Club on the fully restored Kiss pinball machine, next to some handwritten lyrics from Joni Mitchell circa 1971.
The uber-weird Norwegian black metal collective known as Dødheimsgard has been active since the mid-1990s, and over the years its ranks have included former members of Dark Throne, Orna War, Dimmu Borgir, Ulver, and Ved Ben's End, among others. The band built around mainstay India by way of Oslo multi-instrumentalist Vittonik, real name Yustaf Parvez, quickly moved away from orthodox black metal within a couple of years and into stranger pastures, fusing industrial metal, piano interludes, choral vocals, and other avant styles into their mix. By the late 90s, the band had evolved into an infirmary of sorts for Norwegians looking to let their freak flag fly.
The Supervillain Outcast album came after an 8-year hiatus, likely caused by a near overhaul of the lineup and a tragic accident for drummer Carl Michael Ida, who fell from a 4-story window in 2005, losing his ability to play double bass drums. Vocalist Aldron, aka Jorn Denker Gjerda, whose soaring psychedelic style had been such an integral part of the Dødheimsgard sound, only contributes a couple songs on this record.
Most of the vocal heavy lifting here is overseen by newcomer Matthew Joseph McNerney, listed here as Kvost, and the production team of Oslo-based engineers Henning Bortney and Inger Hunskar worked close with Vittonik, alternating the band's grandiose synth-heavy sound into something other. The drums are a combination of programming and organic performances, and the guitar sounds are much drier than on previous records, combining dissonant passages with groovy rock riffing infused with all manner of eerie noise, distorted voices, and looped samples.
McNerney's lyrics are a strange amalgamation of social commentary, bleak landscapes, and super violent panoramas, like driving nails between my teeth, kicked to my feet, no sleep for weeks. They are not the highfalutin, borderline Shakespearean verse of Aldron, who does craft the lyrics to Ghostface Soul Constrictor, and it does not disappoint. The soul murder armory is ready to go, so I blow up my sense of logic, deluded in default. Gotta love Aldron's lyrics. Even so, there's enough apocalyptic poetry on this album to keep any metalhead entertained and just slightly confused.
The album kicks off with the intro, Dushman, chiming like a distant snake charmer melody and leaning into the battering blast of Vendetta Assassin, with percussion so fast it is actually disorienting. The track settles into a toothy groove with twinkling, dissonant guitar jangles, dominant double bass pumps, and husky vocal woofs. Some of the song titles here are odd to almost a point of cringeworthiness, like Supervillain Serum and The Snuff Dreams Are Made Of, the latter of which is forgivable due to a fantastic groovy riff enveloped in glitchy electronics with a dissonant edge and relentless tempo changes and choral chants.
By the time we get to Unaltered Beasts, the pattern is clear. Hard grooving alt-rock style riffs sweetened with chuggy turnarounds, dissonant guitar flourishes, and hard woofed vocal shouts from McNerney. But just when you think you've cracked the code, Cellar Door changes pace again with haunting a cappella interlude. Horizon is built on a hooky, repetitive guitar lines with little dissonant skips and jumps, a surprisingly hooky blast beat adorned chorus, and one of McNerney's best vocal performances over miscellaneous eerie processed murmurings, and what sounds like a TV left on in the back room. A line from the chorus that will stick in your mind is, "And all the monsters will break your heart." Let's hear a little bit of Horizon. Apocalypticism is an interesting change. Beefy jazz bass up front, breaking against some stick flash from drummer Ida, evil riffs boring into our eardrums, vocalist raving like a politician. There's a vibe of real danger in this music, like we really don't know what's going to happen next.
The bonus disc is a real treat, comprised of 7 previously unheard instrumentals from the 2002 rehearsal. It's the drumming that really stands out, and after a couple of spins, it becomes obvious what a tragedy it was that Carmichael Ides' injury hampered his percussion so much. Something like Decapitation Enemy is an exercise in freakish black metal speed, and the fluttering riffs are engaging enough to not want for vocals. The programming and ADHD vibe of the main disc makes for busier music, but the drumming on the bonus disc is undeniably stunning. Be sure to check out Satanomic Evolution. I know it's a bad title, but incredible performances. Plus, the superhero movie style illustrations from legendary Norwegian artist Trine Paulsen make this thing all the more collectible.
A strange record for sure in all the best ways. This is the album that you give to the friend that has heard everything. The riffs are captivating, the production, the very motive for the project is puzzling. 3 new members, engineers they never worked with before or since, flirtations with alt-rock to the point where System of a Down comparisons are not far-fetched. Perhaps this was Vikatnik's concept for complete recalibration of the band. Maybe he was honing his production chops. At any rate, there is no album like Supervillain Outcast. Let's close it out with a little faux x faux.
This is the Snaggletooth Extreme Metal Podcast.